Hello. Hello there. It's another episode of Life and Relationship Realities. I'm glad that we're doing this again today. Um, I'm still working on our audio, so please bear with us and definitely on other things also as we're working on it. But today, I want to talk about money. Last week, we said we're going to talk about money and intimacy. So please pardon me. We're not going to get on the intimacy part today because I really want us to talk about the impact of money on relationships. There's been a lot going on in our world today, and as you know, there have been a lot going on concerning the home that bothers me as a person. I'm not just as a pastor right now, but even as a person, I'm very passionate about young people, and I'm seeing a lot happening with young people, and I'm asking myself, what is going to happen with the next generation? What is this generation passing on to the other generation? What is gonna be the thing that they look onto and they said, oh, we got from this other generation, we learn how to do this, we learn how to do that. And things are happening in marriages. Marriages are doing great. There are marriages that are doing so great that you know that this generation or the generation that is coming have a hope. But I'm a person that is also concerned about things when things are not going well. I was talking with somebody in the church yesterday, and we just started talking about what exactly is happening with single parenting. I want to say something, and I'm going to say it very loud and clear. God did not intend for single parenting. That was not God's plan. There was Adam, there was Eve, and God brought them together as a couple. And God wants them to be able to have kids and raise kids and do great things on this earth, and build generations and generations. So that was God's plan to have the father, to have the mother, and to have the children. I'm getting somewhere. I'm talking about money, but I'm starting from the beginning, more like the foundation of things. But you find a situation where, because we live in an imperfect world, husband and wife are together. Sometimes the man dies, sometimes the woman die, leaving the man, the widower, leaving the woman, the widow, and so on like that. So those started happening in life, leaving one person sometimes to raise kids. So the job of two people eventually become one. When we're talking about our world today, there are so many things. The unfortunate thing is that people are making single parenting to be like something that is supposed to be, yeah, this is the in thing, like to be proud of it. I want to say something. It is not something to sit down, especially if one parent did not die and the other parent, some people even feel like, oh, I don't want to be married, don't want to be bothered. Oh, there are other arrangements that I can do. I can be a single person, I can be a single lady. I can go get IVF. IVF is good. Thank God it's helped a lot of people. Some of my daughters, God have used IVF for them. But some people using something in a negative way to feel like, oh, I don't need a man in my life. Well, you can do well without a man. That's the truth. A man can do well without a woman. That's the truth. But God knows why He brought the couple together so that you can do better. That's what a good marriage does. A good marriage makes you a lot better than what you should have been. The Bible said one will pull down 1,000 and two will pull down 10,000. So the power of the two is supposed to achieve more in a very good marriage. Unfortunately, in the bad marriage, it's the opposite is also the case. But and then people feel like, oh, I can have a child. If I can just have a child or have two children, of my own, I don't need anybody. God did not intend the family to be like that. No, that's not. So there are so many other things that now come into play. We have a home where we have a home where we support single mothers. And I know people have been asking, oh, does it mean you're encouraging people? No, you don't even know that some people did not choose to be in certain situation that they are in. So I was talking earlier about people that feel proud and, oh yeah, this is great, I'm gonna do. No, but there are certain other people that did not feel good. There are certain men that impregnate another person and refuse to take responsibility for their actions or take responsibility with joint parenting, but whatever it is. So we have a lot of single parent. That's one. When we're talking about money, the other side is we also have a lot of parents that are husband and wife and parent together over the kids. But the common denominator that I want to talk about today is money. How does money affect each of this group? Of course, if somebody is going to raise children alone, that means what two people ought to take responsibility for one person is raising, taking responsibility, and that become a burden on that person. So that's why sometimes you see some people with their kids, they're always angry, they're always walked out, they're always this. I want to say something before I go on to talk about general relationship and money. I want to say to every single parent out there, even parents that are struggling financially, please do not, it is unfair to put our frustration on our kids. The child, some people will go to any length to even say, oh, your father, if your father were responsible, please don't do it. Do not do it. You met the father. You had whatever relationship you have with the father. The child wasn't there. So don't do it. That's not right. That is not right. If the father have done anything, take it on with the father. If the mother has done anything, take it up with the mother, but don't put it on the children. It's not okay. It's not okay. So on the general note about finances and money, look at the economy of the world right now. There's a lot that is happening. It doesn't matter right now. Before people will say, oh, maybe third world country that are going through a lot. The world is going through a lot. Whether you live in the Western world, whether you live anywhere, whether you live in the Eastern world or the Northern world or the first country or the second country or the third, whatever it is, there's a lot of financial struggles right now in the life of people. A lot of families are struggling. Even if you're not struggling, you are more careful about money. We're all in it together. Okay. And so, how does that affect our relationship? Money is very important. Even the Bible used money and described money to say, money answered all things. By the way, that wasn't really God speaking, but money answered all things. I don't believe money answers everything, no. But I believe that money answers to a lot of things. If money answers to all things, a person like Steve Jobs, that was one of the richest in the world at that particular time, had whatever money, had a money that is bigger than the whole budget of some nations. How did he die? Young life. So money does not answer everything. Money can make somebody happy and excited, but money does not necessarily bring joy. Go ask people, but money actually answers a whole lot of things because so many other people that have died of sickness, if they have had money, they may still be alive. They didn't have money to give for the right treatment. They didn't have money to go do the checkup they were supposed to do. So money is very, very important in the world that we're living. In this physical world, money is very, very important. Money is not ultimate. I will say that over and over and over again. But money is very, very important. So there are legitimate way to make money. Everybody is not going to be millionaires. Some people don't really need the millions. You need to be able to live well, decent life, and then be able to help other people because you have to support other people. That's what life is. You have to support other people in life. It shouldn't be all about yourself. Oh, I can afford to eat 3 times a day. I can afford to pay my rent. What about your neighbor? What about your church family? What about somebody? What about your relations? What about somebody out there? So you don't make money only for yourself. You have to be able to care for other people because that's what the Bible says anyway. I want to encourage somebody that is watching to please share this video, like this video, make comment on this video, and please share this video. So we're talking about money. Money is a very, very good messenger, but money is a worst um, master. I'm going to explain. If you have money, okay, if you have money, for an instance, you can buy things. You that means you're sending your money on assignment. Like I'm thinking at the top of my head right now, the things I want to send money. In Rebecca, we're trying to have our tailoring empowerment center. We've tried to check things today. Pastor Favor and I were, she was in the market physically. I was there. We were going back and forth. Okay, this price of this price of this. I was like, okay, yeah, if the money were really like that plenty, we would not even be pricing the way we're pricing really today. But that's money. We're sending money to do something. We want to have a sewing machine. We want to have this and so on. So we send money, message to get things for us, isn't it? When money becomes, well, so when you are the one in control of money, money becomes your messenger, isn't it? It becomes your servant because you send it to get something. But when money becomes your master, when money becomes the thing that directs you, some people want to marry somebody. You're not looking at the person's character. You're not looking at the godliness in that person. You're not looking whether this person is going to help me to fulfill my purpose. We're going to work together. It's money. Ah, what does he have? What kind of car does he have, right? Or where does he live? Or what area does he live? Or what job does it? I mean, like those things are important, don't get me wrong. But when those things become the major factor while you're deciding things for your life, then at that point, you are not in control of money. Money is in control of you. As a business person, yes, you can look at things transactional. Sometimes, please don't blame me if you are a man. Sometimes I usually feel that women are more emotional in relationship. Oh, I say, oh, he said this to me. Oh my goodness, he's so romantic. Oh, the letter he wrote to me. Oh, the card he sent to me. Even if that person sent that text message to 10 other girls, sometimes a woman is not able to quickly see it, too emotional. But men are very transactional. An average man, not everybody. An average man is transactional. Is already looking at this woman. Oh, she's pretty. She's fine. Oh, yeah, she's pretty. When people see me with this kind of wife, people will respect me more. Like, ah, this man, eh? You got this kind of wife. You see how a man is thinking, very logical, and sometimes very so transactional. So a man is already thinking, ah, this man, this girl, she's oh yeah, she's a teacher. Okay, yeah, she's gonna be supporting me. All of that. So when we're talking about money, sometimes the unfortunate thing is that most of the time is women that look at it in the negative side more, even though we're having more men now say, oh, what does she do? Oh, does she have money? But averagely, it's more of women. I want to say that when money become a master, there is a destruction that is coming along the line. When money become a master, it blinds people's eyes. So watching that for people that are not married yet is very important. Am I saying, oh, married, people have talked about, oh, when I got married, I only have one pot. My husband only have one pot. Ah, we didn't even have a bed. We have a mattress. please, this time around, it may not work like it worked then. So be very, very careful how you follow things. But money is not just physical first. Money is first mental, the mind. When I was growing up, I've shared my life a lot. I grew up from a family that were well-to-do, financially okay, and like not just okay, very okay, you know. And we didn't have to pray for school fees to happen. We didn't have to pray for food and everything. But then in the house, I also went through some things that every day I keep asking myself, maybe if I spoken to my grandmother, then maybe things would have been better. But I didn't say. I kept a lot of the pain. I kept a lot of the abuse I was going through within me because looking back now, my grandmother could have done something. I could have been helped, but I didn't open my mouth, which is wrong thing for somebody in abuse. Please speak out. Please speak. And so I grew up to start thinking, to have a negative mindset about money. When I would look at money, I'll feel, oh, money is the reason why I wasn't happy. Money is the reason why I went through something. So there was that anger kind of against money. And the sad thing was that I had that anger till I got married, till I had children. And I told myself, oh no, it's not, it's good to marry somebody that is very poor. That's the person that's going to show you love. That, I mean, you can ask yourself today and say, why would somebody think like that? Let me tell you, when somebody is really messed up in life, it takes God for them and proper mentoring and proper rehabilitation for that person and God, the word of God, the most important, for that person to begin to have a proper orientation. The truth is, money is good. Very, very, very good. People will say, oh, even the Bible said the love of, it said the love of money. That's when money become master. That's what the Bible is saying. When money become your master that controls everything you do, that's when it's wrong. But when money is a servant to you, then that's when money is very good. Oh, if somebody sign me, oh, let's say for Rebecca now, sign me 1 million dollars. I will dance with the clap with the Jesus, thank you. I will dance. Money is good. But I have this negative mindset because of what I've experienced. That's why sometimes our experience is not the thing that defines how life is. We have to get the perspective of life right. The experience of your parent should not always be what determines the way you live your life. You have to get the right perspective about life. And so I got into false relationship. The moment the guy told me, all of this big house is my uncle, and my father is poor, and my father lives in Lagos and everything. Two things that struck out to me. The fact that he was truthful, integrity is key for me. I don't like people lying. If somebody consistently lie around me, I wouldn't want to be around that person because I don't know what you can do. I won't be able to trust you. The second thing was the fact that his father was poor. Can you imagine? It connected with me because my mindset was absolutely wrong. That's why whatever mind you have, when you don't have money and you're always thinking about lack and poverty, that's what will begin to continue to manifest in that person's life. Remember, the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, that's how it is. And so that's why a lot of people, all of these rich people, oh, really? So you naturally put yourself in the category of poverty. Since you say all of those rich people, excluding yourself. No, when we're talking about the rich people, we are the one here. When we're talking about millionaire, we're here. We're here. That's why we go by faith to do a project that is bigger and higher and greater than what we think that we have to do it because we know that we have the wealth. Money is not just what you have in your account. Money is the quality of people also that surrounds you. the wisdom that you have that can translate to physical cash, the power, the energy that you have that can work and make money. This is all that comprises of money, not just the physical cash. So how will you tell yourself you are not rich when you have strength, when you have brain, when you have connection, when you have all of those things? You are not poor. But I don't want to leave my thoughts. And so, but I had this negative and I got into a wrong relationship. Oh, yeah, the guy wasn't giving money. I didn't care about money. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to experience true love. And yes, I was treated in like this guy. I can't even, if I want to fall, it showed the love. The money didn't bother me till the relationship ended. If there was no abuse in the relationship, maybe the relationship wouldn't have ended. The money didn't bother me. People that know me know I'm not even a person that will go to ask somebody if I don't have food to eat, I'm gonna drink water. That's my kind of person till this moment. I don't, you will not really like see me every day be asking this. I have families. That's the thing. Everybody works for their money. So money doesn't control me. I'm not going to like somebody better because they give me money. No. For me, God is the source of my income. So even if God said this person should do something and they don't, God will raise somebody else. That's who God is. But that's for me because I'm doing the work of ministry. So, but I had this negative till I met somebody in England, till I met my husband, till I got married. The mindset of so even when I met my husband and he wasn't a rich guy, oh yeah, that is it. Oh, this is it. This is where true love is going to be. Oh, this man, I was willing to do everything. I'm going to support. I'm going to do. It is not just okay for somebody to have that mindset. It's okay to not be controlled by money. But it's not okay to put yourself so low also because of money. That's the impact of lack of money and the impact of money. So let me talk about people that don't have money. Sometimes the impact in the relationship when husband and wife doesn't have money, the impact of the relationship can be questioned. Decisions can be taken that can be destructive. I've seen people giving their child to somebody else because they don't have the money. And husband and wife will agree on it. And then after they've given their child, husband and wife begin to fight. Oh, because you cannot work, that's why this family is suffering. Or because you cannot do, that's why family. See, the worst thing you should fight over in marriage should be money. People say, "Oh, Pastor Lou, you don't know what it feels like." Oh, I've been there, even in marriage. We went to Lagos and then we lost everything. Every money was invested wrongly. We lost everything that we have worked for a decade. We lost everything. We were going to start almost from ground zero. So I know what it is. If I'm going to cancel somebody, when you lose everything like that, both the man and the woman don't get into blaming game. I don't always believe that. I believe that when your husband have lost everything, as a wife, rally around to support because I'm telling you what I've done to say, okay, that's not the end of our life. What can we do? And then you impact in the life of your husband with moral support, with every support that people that live with me in my house in Lagos, they know. You give that man everything possible to help him to rise up. And I want to say something to men. If a woman is willing to do everything for you to rise up, please don't stay down because everybody in life have is like elastic. It has a limit when the elastic will break. Rise up. Don't sit down because your wife is encouraging you and helping you. You now sit down and it's your wife that won't have to be running around because that is where a lot of marriages are problem. When financial crisis comes, I want to say, I say to my sons because they are going to be husband one day. I talk to them a lot. A man must rise up. That does not mean the woman will sit down either. There are times where it may be the woman that has more opportunity, then the woman will take the opportunity for the sake of the family. But as a man, when you're having financial crisis, don't let your wife be running around and you sit down watching television. Oh my God, that is wrong. Wrong. Because a lot of things today and then people say, oh, that man is going through emotion. The woman too is going through emotional thing. Both of you are in it together. A man is the leader. You're the driver of the vehicle of your family. Don't go sit at the back and start complaining about how somebody else is driving you. You are the driver. Don't willfully give your seat and go sit at the back. Passive behavior. Oh, I can't kill myself. I've had people say things like that. I'm a married counselor. This season, I'm celebrating 30 years of ministry. So, a lot of the 30 years of ministry is being into relationship counseling and talk and everything. So, I know what I'm saying. Don't sit down. Rise up as a man. You are the leader. We have Rebecca. Anytime I begin to sit and relax, every other thing too begin to relax. As a leader, you have to. You have your eyes in front, you have your eyes at the back. To be a man is not a place of just power, it's a place of responsibility. I've seen men that cannot give anything to their wife, and I've talked to them about how to do in the home. If your wife is running around, has gone to this job, has gone to that job, has gone to this, and make the home conducive when your wife comes. Sweetheart, what do you want to eat? It does not make you less a man. No, it makes you an alpha man, a great man. Jesus said, whoever wants to be the leader, let him be the servant of all. And I want to say to women too, because I've also seen women when the husband is going through financial situation. Oh my goodness, that's when they want to say the bad word. That's when they want to say. Some women will look at their husband and say, "Oh, they're calling out men. You also like seriously." So that means if God doesn't provide for you at the time you want God to provide for you, is that what you're going to say about God? To say that, oh, you call yourself God. And I know a few people have done that, but that is not the thing. It's good to give other people chances. It's good to give opportunity to people. I believe in people so much. Somebody says, is that why you don't fire people? Because I keep believing that, okay, this person will get better. This person will get better. Even at work and everything. That's what I believe. So it's not good for the woman not to even have a slightest endurance. There are seasons in life, but as a man, you have to make that woman understand. Call your wife, sit your wife down, explain to your wife, encourage things are going to be okay, things are going to be well. We were through financial situation in Lagos. I never cook one day and then just throw to my husband. Okay, just eat it. Like it's not right. It is not right. I was in Lagos. I've been in Jos. God have used me to do ministry, became a public figure and everything like that. But when we went to Lagos and everything, I will climb Molo. I will climb public bus. One day I almost fell because I was going to stop I was at the bus stop for me. The guy was still moving. I had to jump down. I will go. I had my daughter there. I'm blessing. We will go and do because we want to supply tissue paper. Sometimes the thing is so little. It's so little. I never for one day to now go to my husband and say, oh, you cannot provide. No, if you are the one to pay school fees at that time, pay it. Pay it. Don't let money become the thing. Husband and wife that are doing well, how is your finances? How are you putting money together? Joint account will work for some people, but joint account won't work for some couple. Usually in a couple, there will be somebody that spend money more, and there will be somebody that spend money less. Averagely, women is, allegedly, women spend more money because a woman wants to, the things that women uses are also expensive. A woman wants to buy powder, a woman wants to, the facial treatment is that, like women have a lot that we want to do. Oh, I see this clothes. Sometimes if they're dangling clothes in front of a man, no matter the advert, the man is passing by and going, but a woman is like, can you see? Oh, they are making sales. Oh, do you know it was $100 before, but now it's $50. That's it. My second son will say, Mommy, these people are just using scam. There's not, if you don't need it, you don't buy. Even us as women, what you don't need, you say, this thing I got it cheap. Oh, I'm just going to keep it. One day I'll wear. Sometimes you are size 12. The clothes they are doing is size 8 and 10. You are telling yourself, I'm still working. I'm working on my diet. I'm going to slim down. It's going to fit me. This person that is talking to you is a victim of something. You buy those things and then you are looking at 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, you have not slimmed down. So, but the thing is, women buy it more. Women spend more money, averagely. Some women don't. And then some of us, when we have projects, you don't spend money, you are watching, you have to. So for that, as a woman, can you understand with your husband when your husband is saying, no, I think for this month, this is how we should let budget be. A woman must always understand that if you have a man, I'm not talking about stingy men, but I'm talking about people that, you know, are very, very good financially. If your husband is very good financially to keep money, let him be the one in charge. Sometimes he's the wife. If the wife is good, I'm the kind of person that, oh, I will see this person. What is wrong with this person? How can I help this person? Let me do this for. I'm that kind of a person. So I can't. If I marry somebody like that, the family will not have any savings because you will always find somebody to help. So if your husband is very good with money, let him handle the money. If the wife is very good, don't let cultural things destroy home. If your wife is very meticulous with money, let your wife handle the money. In the ministry, at some point when we're in JAWS and people will come for counseling, I'll always, the next minute, I'm calling the secretary on the accountant on the intercom. Oh, please, can we help this person? Oh, can we help this person? One day in the meeting, the accountant said, he said, Mommy, when people come in for counseling, you will already give them, the secretary will have given them the phone. What's the counseling about? Is it about finance? Is it about marriage? Is it about, he said, once it's about finance, can they direct them to me? Because our accountant is not the kind of person that will give money out anyhow. So we started doing that. And if somebody come in and says marriage and they come, I say, please, can you see our accountant? So they will let us see, the accountant will talk, will decide whether or not. So in that marriage, let one person that is more with money manage money, irrespective of the gender, because that's the thing that can save the family. And let the person that wants to spend more have the humility to say, you know what, I can't do this. I have a sister, my senior sister, our big sister. She likes to travel. So in a marriage like that, the husband should look at it and say, my wife loves to travel. And then sit down with the wife. He may not like to travel. Let's say you have a wife like that, and you are not much into it, you don't spend much money. If that is what makes your wife happy or make your husband happy if they want, can you sit down to say, let's run a budget? It's good that family run on budgets. Some people will say, oh, what if I don't even have the money? No, do the budget and work towards achieving that money. So if your budget in the home, let's say your budget in the home is 50,000 naira. If you're in Nigeria, if you're in the US, maybe let's say your budget is $5,000. You can actually work towards living on that $5,000. So that even if you have increase of $8,000, you can put that into savings and said, okay, you have increase of $3,000, or maybe we're going to treat ourselves with $500 and we save or invest 2,500. So every home should have a form of budget that you work with. So that woman now, okay, we may not be able to afford you traveling every month. Okay, how about 4 times in a year, apart from family functions or anything? We do budget for five. It's good to have a budget. That's financial education. You can have people to train you on financial education. You can do it online. There's so many platforms which you can learn. There are even Christian organizations that teach such. Have a budget. Let's say you're earning $2,000 a month and your spouse is earning $1,000 a month. How do you make that work for you? It needs 10%, it's tight. I don't know what the tax in your place is, you know, and then you have to save. I say save 20% of your income. And as you save a little time, you start to invest it. How do we work on what we have? What is the budget? So if you need more, how can I make more money? How can this family make more money? Maybe the job you're doing is not okay. Maybe if you need $5,000 and both of your income is like 3,000 and so on, maybe you need to have a certification class. Maybe do 3 month certification course and add that, and then you're able to get a better job. The truth is that money is never going to be enough for anybody. But if you plan your money well, for people that have steady income, everybody should try to, as much as possible, have steady income. Work it out as a family. Consider the other person. Okay, this man, this is what he likes. He likes to have good shirt and good time. How do we work it out? Rather than the wife say, "Ah, no, you cannot have that. You can." Maybe instead of having five, can we look at two, three? It's about marriage is about compromise. And I want to say concerning finance net for men that are doing away matches and women that are playing away matches, sadly, if you have extramarital affair all the time, when not even all the time, whether you're having it, if you're living like that, it's going to be difficult for your family to move forward financially because you are now going to start financing those other extracurricular activities and it can become a problem in marriage. So you can go for financial counseling. There are books because when our ministry started doing financial empowerment, success empowerment, I saw the need to educate myself more on finance. So I read a lot, and because I do counseling for people, I'm able to help people concerning their finance and everything. So there are so many books that as a couple, there are very little book too that you can finish in a weekend for both of you. This person read a chapter, that person read a chapter. And then definitely you pray. It is God that gives increase, but it is man that does the work. God is not going to do the work. You have to do the work. Is what you're earning is not enough. What more work can you add to it? Legitimate, godly work to earn something. When husband and wife put money together, I'm telling you, you're able to accomplish a lot. But some can still have a situation where we divide this. Okay, the wife has a bank, the husband have a, and then you have a joint account where the bills of the house you're paying, that's where you pay your electricity, that's where you pay your this, or divide things. But let me tell you, most of the time I find out that if you put money together and you use it as a family to do things, you have more. Money should not be a crisis. It's one of the greatest crises in marriages today. But money shouldn't be crisis. Our mindset should be different. That money must not be my master, but money become my servant. Don't look at people because of money. Don't take decisions of life because of money. It will not be worth it. I didn't look at money. So I'm asking myself, is it now wrong? How advice for me to advise other people now? You don't look at money, but that does not mean that you don't consider each other's finances. No, you have to. How are we going to live as we're getting into marriage? How are we going to survive? What is our income? Look at it. And I want to say to people, especially for people that are single parent, it takes a lot. So begin to let God give you wisdom. Maybe you've been thinking about job. Maybe God wants you to do business. I'm passionate about children that don't have both parents, and the mother or the father that is single is not giving maximum attention to these children. A lot of young people, a lot of things are going wrong these days. It's not running after money is not the first thing. Running after the future of the children that you have is the most important thing. Maybe God will give you idea for business and you can work a little while and save and gradually build that business. You can do a lot of business from home today that you will still be there for your children, be there to drop them at school, be there to pick them up, and still do a lot in between. Do a lot in between. But don't let money be your master. Let money be your servant. Send money on assignment. Don't let money send you on assignment, because it becomes dangerous. I pray that the Lord will help you. I wish I could take question, but I think we're going to do that. If you have a question, please send your question to me. Somebody may be asking, what if that person is very stingy? I'll tell you this story before I leave. There was a time that I was dating somebody. I was actually like engaged to, because the person engaged me. They have a very big store in Jos, Nigeria. Their store is probably like the biggest so far, in Jos, Nigeria. The grandfather owned the store and everything, and he was a grandchild, and we were dating, we were engaged. And then I went into their store one day. We were going to go out somewhere. And he said, oh, come to my place. And then I'm going to close. And then we will go to where we went to go. And then I got there. And they offered me snack. They offered me meat pie. And then I said, yeah, great. I would like that. And then they offered me drink. And I sat there because there's a little cafe around in that place too. And I sat and I ate meat pie. I had to, and our brother was close by before, but I just noticed that after I finished it, I was looking for our brother. Uh, Meanwhile, they came and asked me for money. I said, money? I didn't know I was going to pay. And then this is our brother that asked, oh, do you want them to give you? And then eventually I was like, okay, wait, please, can you call this person? And eventually they called him and he came. I said, they're asking for money for the thing. I said, yes, okay, money for the, and then he started checking his pocket. Oh, I didn't come to the this thing. Where is my wallet or something? It was like drama. I was like, what is happening? And eventually said, oh, can you just pay? And then at that particular time, I was angry because I'm the kind of person that it won't even bother me. I said, you know what? This is where you work. You guys will figure it out. I told the guy, I said, please, uncle will pay. I went, I said, what was that? Every time we get into a taxi, you are trying to look at your, how is it that every time that you're with me, you don't come with your purse? That's stinginess. So some women are like that too. Some women are like that. The man will give them everything. They will make very little soup, very small food. The money is not enough because you are taking a lot. There's no need. Be free. Let your heart be free about money. Money sometimes run for people that are pursuing as if life and death. Don't let money become an issue. If money is an issue in your relationship, please seek proper counseling. It is God that gives wealth. Money won't buy you everything. Trust me. Money will not buy you everything. Money is good, it's going to buy a lot. I believe in money. It's good to have money. I have a lot of projects. We're doing a lot of projects as a ministry also. We need money. I need money. My home needs money. But the truth is, it should not control us. It should not control us. The blessings of God make it rich and does not add sorrow. I pray today that you will look back into your relationship and talk about money. If someone is doing bad, you're stealing the family money, please rethink about it. If a husband have money and your wife is suffering, it's a shame. If your husband also is suffering, your wife you have, it's also a shame. Let's work together as a couple. Let's resolve money issue and let's move past that. The Lord bless you in the name of Jesus. So next week we are starting a series called Stop. Stop the abuse. Stop the negative circle. Stop the guilt in case you've done something wrong in the marriage, but then your guilt is no. Stop the self-righteousness. Stop the condemnation of the other person. Stop everything that hinders you as a couple, in relationship from moving forward. So we're gonna say some people things happen to them years before. They're still blaming themselves. They're still feeling bad. Oh, somebody raped me. Oh, maybe if I'd not gone to that side. Oh, maybe I cannot allow myself to be treated like that. No, you have to stop all those negative emotions and minds. So we're going to run it through the whole of August. I'm looking forward to it. Please share this video today and God bless you. Bye for now. Bye bye.